Nice to see you again, $100,000 Bitcoin. You know, I decided to wear my very ice cream dreamsicle shirt today in honor of Bitcoin reaching $100,000 yet again. It was just a day ago. Everyone was panicking. Is the bull market over? Guys, the bull market is not over. We're in the third inning of the bull market. There's so much more money to be made. We're going to break down the markets today. What's moving? Why is it moving? And what do we expect to continue to move? What do we expect to get a pullback? We're going to do some TA, take a look at some charts. We did put a trade into our Patreon yesterday that I'm hoping some people took profit on. We also had a few calls in the Patreon, a couple of them 2 or 3x overnight. So shout out to you guys. We're over here making money. Come join us on this show. We got so much to talk about. Let's get going.
It's your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency content where we take old, boring, stale information, repackage that whole thing up in a fun and sexy way. What a day to be alive in crypto. What a day to have some Bitcoin. A day to have a crypto portfolio because I'm pretty sure you're in the green.
You like creamsicles?
I like green, not cream. So cool. So, Rocco,
okay,
you're a man of a lot of fashion. You know, you always
there he is. Hi, Rocco.
Hey,
he identifies as a computer.
There he is. Hey. So, can you help my man over here with some attire?
You know what someone said?
Because he looks tired.
No.
Yeah, now with the AI agent, I think we can fix that.
Dude, I cannot shut off my brain. It's like 2 a.m. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to fall asleep, but I can't. And I'm just on this app and that app and looking at projects. And I mean, but you know, it's paying off. We're making money. That's good. All right. Speaking of making money, just a peek at the markets and how we're looking. We'll get into them deeper a little later. But I mean, just take a look here. Green across the board. Bitcoin 99.2, ETH 33.69. XRP crossed, I believe it crossed $3 on a wick, right? $3 on a wick for XRP up. Look at that 90-day, you guys. 424% over the last 90 days. Absolutely crushing the XRP versus Bitcoin chart. As you can see, obviously, 47% for Bitcoin, not bad. 400% for XRP. What does this mean? This means that if you had money in XRP instead of in Bitcoin, you would have made 10x the amount. So, shout out to you. Solana over $200 again. Doge at 37.4 cents. Cardano over $1.05 again. And Tron, you know, some news from Justin Sun today. He's bringing back some PTSD from the Do Kwon days. And so I'll talk about exactly what I mean in towards the end of, or not towards the end, but a little bit later in the show as we kind of cover some of the hot trending topics. Stellar, I mean, just obviously everything is in the green. But my friends, what I've been telling everyone for months, for weeks, for days, virtual protocol at $2.50 was an absolute gift from God. So all I'm saying is, I don't know everything, but there's one sector, there's one narrative that I am so plugged in. I do so much research. I spend so much time in. It is in the AI space. I'm not going to get everything right, but I'm telling you, I don't usually have high convictions on many things. This is one I have extremely high conviction on. We'll share some news on this as well. But Rob, before we get into the news, what are some quick thoughts on the way the market's moving? And do you expect this to be sustained? And yeah, what are your thoughts?
Right, man. Well, I mean, there's so much up right now. Obviously, Virtual's protocol is kind of leading the charge. But the ones that, the big standouts for me, XRP, XLM, money remittance is on the rise. And I think it has to do something with Trump. Being progressive and forward thinking and talking about executive orders. Day one, he's coming into office. And, you know, he had a meeting with Brad Garlinghouse. He had him over for dinner at Mar-a-Lago just a couple weeks ago.
Didn't they take a bath together? Sorry. Go ahead, Rocco. You're not going to hit that.
Why are they going to bat together?
I'm just saying, I thought I heard that.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Then he say,
Bro.
"Oh, it's me. You
Hold on, man.
always use the trombone."
We
Because
He said, were
Hold
they
on.
riding
It was
tandem
bad.
bicycles together?
hold on, man. I just want to say we are looking crispy today. One person noted it. You know, we spent a lot of money on team here, and so we had our
Thank you.
videographers come in, and they really, I mean, this place is.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, it looks. I saw
Yeah,
someone
shut up.
comment on it, so yeah, I mean, like real good. Anyways, go ahead. Start seeing all the wrinkles on your face now.
It was good. Bravo,
Rob.
nice.
Do I get a round of applause? Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
There we go.
Come a long way.
All
Anyways,
right.
go ahead, Rob.
If you do it right, I reward
Here we
you.
go. Are we done?
We're talking about Brad Garlinghouse with Mar-a-Lago. You were saying.
Ah, yes. They were sharing a bathtub together.
Yes.
Yes. Really good. Really good. All right. So, anyways, just the projects up here, the big standouts for me, XRP XLM. I'm not surprised to see Virtual's protocol bounce back. A lot of it was at $5 like 3 weeks ago, and now down 50% from that all-time high. We know that AI agents are catching steam. People are still using them. They're launching new agents. They're becoming more prevalent. And to see it bounce back, even if hypothetically the local top was 5 and it was down to 2.5 cents, you know it's going to rebound. Maybe it doesn't quite. Maybe it takes some time to get back to 5. Maybe it gets to $5 next week. I'm not sure. But either way, there's one thing that was baked into the cards for sure, and that was the simple fact that the retracement that we saw, Virtual's protocol from over $5 down to $2.50. Is a steal. Like we all knew it was going to bounce back. Let's not kid ourselves.
You know,
Really passionate.
A lot of
about
people
it, so-
don't know this, but you know, obviously we talk, you know, minus the cameras off air. We talk a lot. And you did say about 2 weeks ago, you're like, I think it gets to $5 and then it sees a 50% retracement. You did say that.
Yeah.
Just giving you some props.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean it's a no-brainer. I mean it's just how markets move, right? And it doesn't matter how much you like a project. I mean we can sit here and talk about let's just say let's go Caspa. Caspa's moving, kind of had a little breakout. It was at like 13.5 cents right now.
Should be over 14, I think.
Where old Caspa at? I don't want to say old. It's still pretty new, but where's Caspa at on the list?
In the top 50.
Oh, I'm on the biggest gainers section. Either way, just take Caspa for example. If Caspa were to run up to say 35 cents by the end of next week, and then it starts to sell off, and it goes from 35 cents and is down to 32 cents. Like, bro, like we know it's going to probably pull back. It's just how markets move. It's not rocket science here. You know, we've been around it long enough. So yeah, 13, almost 14 cents for Caspa. And so if we saw a scenario where we saw Caspa get to 30 plus cents, basically a 3x from where it was a couple of days ago, we got all the way down to 10 cents. Here briefly, and you know, over 30 cents, 3x. If it moved up above 30 cents in a short period of time, you know, there's going to be a pullback. At the same time, if it pulled back from 30 cents down to 15, I'd be like, hey, it's a good buying opportunity. It was just at 30 cents. So this is how you identify a product. These are the ones that we talk about all the time. You know, a lot of times we can dig into the charts. We can tell you about like, you know, what's oversold, what's overbought, but at the same time, sometimes it's just glaring, obvious, no-brainer plays, no chart needed here. And when projects with sound fundamentals, with utility community that have an ecosystem that are building, that see big run up in prices, then all of a sudden sells off, we know what's going to happen. Let's not kid ourselves. And so we've been kind of just we've been telling you like how to make money this bull market. So just pay attention. Also, Patreon, you get a lot more of the degen. Higher upside plays, obviously a little bit more risk, but
We hit a 3x last night.
yeah.
And then 2x last
Are
night.
y'all trying to make money this bull market? I mean, I really hope to God you are, because we're gonna make stupid money. Now, if you're just DCAing Bitcoin and you're just dropping $500 in Bitcoin every week without question, and that's all you do,
Patreon's not for you.
I think crypto YouTube's not for you, right?
Yeah.
It's a good strategy. Like, why not? Okay, sure. You know what? Like, you're gonna make money. You're gonna win in the long term. But at the same time, if you're watching us, pretty damn sure you have a portfolio stacked with some altcoins. You've been getting in and out of different projects. You're probably making a lot more money than the people that are just simply buying Bitcoin. And so, yeah.
Just because you brought it up, man, I just want to give a shout out. We're already up to almost 20 people on Patreon. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for your support. More motivated than ever to make sure you get value out of your Patreon membership. Also, remember, once we get to 50, Ashley's channel gets unlocked. I'm not going to say what it is. It's going to be fun. And we're going to do giveaways every single week once Ashley's channel gets unlocked. So super excited for that. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Did I tell you? Do you know what it is? I know Rocco doesn't know what it is, and I want to keep it that way. I want to surprise him. Did I tell you what it was?
I don't.
Perfect. So only me and Ashley on it. It's going to be really good. All right. If you're wondering why the markets moved, well, the markets moved because potentially this. Crypto market rallies as CPI report fuels investor optimism. So CPI report came in today. Markets saw it as very bullish. December CPI increase of just 0.4% brought the annual inflation to 2.9%, aligning with expectations. Now, what does this tell you? Okay, we talk about this all the time. We say, look, the markets don't like uncertainty. That is why when they have a split Congress where one aisle controls the House or the Senate and the other aisle controls the other side, then they see it as bullish because there's going to be no sweeping legislation, no changes to these investors' business models of the companies they invest in, or if they run companies themselves. Nothing drastic will change, and they like that. So if it's a full sweep like we're going to see going into January 20th with the House, Senate, and the presidency, if we didn't have Trump before, I think you would have seen a lot more volatility and potentially selling. But because the markets have already seen what Trump does, they're even more bullish on him this time. And so this is all just kind of like the perfect storm for a massive rally in our space. So it's going to be an exciting next few months ahead. Also, the PPI came in good as well. Equally encouraging producer price index report, which again was released yesterday. Then we had this posted by George from Cryptos R Us. This was Donald Trump talking at the Economic Club of New York.
This onslaught at lower prices, I'm pledging today that in my second term, we will eliminate a minimum of 10 old regulations for every one new regulation. We'll be able to do that quite easily, actually. And instead of attacking industries of the future, we will embrace them, including making America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin.
I like how we had like five slow claps. Did you hear that?
This is...
It was everyone else was there. Was like,
guys, I want you to understand something, okay? Because I don't think a lot of people understand the importance or the magnitude of this. You have the most powerful man in the world that is the president of the largest economy in the world, whose country holds the reserve currency globally, and is talking about making America number one in crypto and Bitcoin. Let that sink. Just think about that for 2 seconds and try to let your imagination run wild. And what does that mean? What could that mean? What could we see? Man, I'm getting kind of goosebumps here thinking about what the next 4 years is going to look like. Typically with politicians, you're like, these guys are just feeding BS to you. We know what Trump's about. The guy's got a track record of doing what he said he's going to do for the most part. And so, man, you guys are going to make, your life's going to change in the next 4 years. And if that doesn't excite you, man, I don't know what will, in more ways than one.
and all I can say is have a few plays, bro. Have a few plays because I don't know. Like, I got my favorite projects, but you better believe I don't have a favorite one takes all project. And God forbid you get stuck in a project and it doesn't move. And like, we're extremely bullish on XRP. I know Rocco's bullish on XRP. However, if you would have sat around in 2021 and been only in XRP and that alone, well, you didn't make any money. You missed out on all the crazy pandemonium that happened in 2021. The same is said here. I'm a fan of ICP. I'm a fan of Caspa. I'm a fan of Bitcoin. I'm a fan of ETH. I'm a fan of Cardano. The list goes on and on. I'm about as bullish as it can possibly be on Avalanche. But let me tell you what I'm not going to do is be all in on one of those projects. And so spread it out a little bit. Now you ain't gotta like thin it out to a point to where you're just not really getting a lot of returns. Let's just say you have $3,000. Don't just, put it into 20 projects and have $110 on each one. You're probably, that's a bad idea, right? So at the same time, kind of split it up between, certain percentages or some of that nature, right? But just don't be allocated to all one, please. For the love of God, don't fuck up this goddamn bull market, man. Don't miss out on money because there's so much money to be made. It's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. But what you think is a home run might not be a home run. So just pick 5 home runs. 3 of them will probably smash. 1 will probably be, and then 1's not going to take off.
Now, I gotta say though, a lot of change also from before.
Yeah.
From the 2021, because back then you have other project, and but today compared with 4 years ago, you don't have all this massive platform where you can go and buy stuff. So those projects, the big one, were there, and then other project that's got like if you have put money in EOS, it will be now Tron or whatever. Now you would be crying.
Oh, there's a lot of losers. Yeah, like the Dash, EOS, Bitcoin Cash. I mean,
all this stuff
Classic. There's you can argue Litecoin. You can throw that in the bucket. There's a lot of projects that just have underperformed, and there's a lot of losers as well. And so you're probably gonna have something in your portfolio that just doesn't perform at all this bull market, or just trends sideways. And you don't want to trend sideways, right? I mean, you're better off buying Bitcoin. I know one thing, Bitcoin's going to hit 200K at some point this year. That's very, very low expectations as well. How high you think Bitcoin's going to get? 300, 400, 500,000? I mean, that's where I'm at. Now, will it hit 200,000? Absolutely. With that said, if you're in a project that's right now at $1, I don't know, I'm just listing off round numbers, and when Bitcoin's $200,000, if that same project is at $1.05, you've lost. Like, you have lost. like simple as that. And so don't get stuck in a project that goes sideways. Let's make some money. We're going to give you all of these home run plays. And things are fluid. Things are fluid. Things change. So for the love of God, don't just do nothing. Because you know what? A couple months from now, something else is going to be trending. There's going to be a lot of money to be made.
What I will say is make sure you have your notification on in Discord, because there's sometimes it's like 12 p.m. or 12 a.m., 1 in the morning, 10 p.m. And so money never sleeps. And so if we find something, we're going to put it in there. Also, there was, damn it, I was going to say something. But shout out to Ashley posting this thirst trap picture. She changed her Twitter handle to her picture. And so the classic, I need to go to the bathroom during dinner. Let me take a quick selfie in the mirror. So she's got,
he said thirst trap.
Yeah. She's got 18 followers. Go give her a follow. Okay. Go give Ashley a follow. She's been with our team for a while.
Tweet at us. So we're at the top of our timeline.
You guys have 18 followers, 18 followers.
Oh,
Somebody
we can get up to 100 real quick. Come on, let's get this up to 100 real quick for our friend Ashley.
Yeah, tweet something at Sin City Crypto handle. It'll be at the top of our list, and then everyone else can talk about Capri Suns or Dino Nuggets or something.
Wow, love it. Did you see this? Polymarket users predict there's a 21% chance that Trump, these degens will bet on anything. There's a 21% chance he will say Bitcoin or crypto during his inauguration speech. Then you have this. Look at this. Dubai, they're like, look, we got too much of this oil money. What can we spend it on? Well, let's build a 17-story crypto tower.
But the thing is, it's a little underwhelming, man. You seen the buildings in Dubai? They're all super, super tall. So 17 stories.
I mean, that's pretty
like,
still. I mean, look at that.
You know what? Let's go 70 stories up. You know, I've seen those Dubai like drone videos.
120 stories.
There you go. And
Taj Mahal.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably just it was amazing before.
The Hex Mahal.
They converted to a crypto building. It used to be Ross before.
Yeah, he used to be Marshalls and Ross. It was a 2-tiered Lifetime Fitness. Anyways, so the article, or the post here says, dedicated to cryptocurrency and blockchain companies, project is set for completion by 2027. Will feature AI innovation spaces, an NFT gallery, and blockchain-based
You
operations
don't like it down there?
for maximum efficiency. So interesting, Dubai.
See it?
I
Oh, you
mean,
don't
I
see the
so I can only see this.
hold on.
Oh, okay. Hey, Rocco. What you guys? I can hear you guys in here. Sorry. And so interesting to see. I mean, AI innovation. What does that look like? NFT gallery. I mean, okay, cool. Blockchain-based operations. Will this bring more? Are they trying to bring more builders, more developers, more people into Dubai in the country? I think we're going to see more of this because there's so much innovation. There's so much happening in this space. Some of the brightest people, engineers, coders, developers, they're moving into Web3 and blockchain. And so I think, there's going to be a kind of a two-pronged approach. There's going to be a race to accumulate Bitcoin and certain cryptocurrencies. There's also going to be a race to bring that talent to your country. And so same thing we saw back in the 70s, in the 90s, and when the internet boom happened. I think we're going to see the same thing. And I think this kind of foreshadows what we could potentially see. Could we see Donald Trump say, hey, come domicile your blockchain or Web3 crypto project here, and we'll give you some sort of incentive? I mean, it's just, this is just me
We already
for-
heard about that, right? We heard that if you, what was it? If it's built in America or something, I don't remember the exact term he used.
Yeah, it's
But you wouldn't have
tax-free,
it would be tax free,
which includes like XRP, XLM.
Yeah. Also, a big shout out to the.
What do you take away from that?
Rumble chat? I see Rumble's been growing. So,
What's up, Rumble?
Panelist, it's me, Fuzz, and also I own me.
I own Arnie,
I own Art.
I think. XRP. Anyways, what do you take away from this? I mean, you're usually that is not a big deal kind of guy. I'm assuming that's how you feel about this one.
I'm not even kidding. I would expect that probably next year someone's building a giant tower. And what do I mean by that? Like every major city in America, you go to every major city in America, there's always a big ass Bank of America building. Every time you go to Atlanta, there's a giant one there. In Virginia, where I grew up, the downtown was not that big in the Norfolk, Virginia Beach, but they had a giant Bank
Golden
of America.
Corral, right?
I mean, there's a big Bank of America building over here in near Summerlin, and then you also
All the
have
buildings are casino buildings. Come on.
no, but I'm saying like, there's always a skyscraper in all the major buildings
Bank.
that have Bank of America on the top, and so why not?
Bank of Justin's son.
What is
I'm on
wrong
one
with you?
today.
You're just like saying words.
That's how you are.
No, I interrupt you with a thought. You interrupt me with just gibberish.
Okay.
So no, but the thing is that you look at different cities. There's always big banks that have big skyscrapers, and in Dubai, I just think that hey, a year from now, you're definitely gonna have Crypto.com skyscraper, Coinbase skyscraper, Binance skyscraper. I mean, it's coming, man. It's coming.
Okay.
17 stories. Come on now, y'all can do better, crypto.
Yeah, you mean Dubai? Damn, Ashley's page is pumping. 25 followers. Rob, let's take a look at the markets and kind of dig in here a little bit. Then we'll get into some AI stuff, and then we'll talk about Justin's son.
All right, so we got Bitcoin. Now, this thing has been moving quite handsomely this morning. So about 4 a.m. our time, 7 a.m. Eastern, we had $96,000, $500 Bitcoin. It moved all the way up to 100K. We briefly kind of smacked it on to certain exchanges, not all of them. If you look back here at CoinMarketCap, you don't see quite a print of 100K, but we know it got there. And now, taking a look at the altcoins, that's where the money is moving today. As we mentioned, we got Virtual's Protocol. This is up $3.83, nearing the $4 mark again. And will this eclipse $4? You know what? I think so. You know, this thing's got a lot of momentum. You know, you look back on the 1 week, it's outperforming where it was a week ago, testing that new all-time high again. Could we see $5? I don't think so. I'll be honest with you. I think that we probably get around, if we break above $4, I would say $4.45. I don't think we get to quite $4.50. And then we probably consolidate a little bit. Now, I do think that this has the potential to break out to that $7, $8, but I need to see it hang out above $4, around that $5 mark for at least, I would say, 2 or 3 days. And that's not even a long time, but we'll see where that gets. But I think $4.50 or $4.45 is kind of where I think the high-end target is for me. Going into the other alts that are up today, Algorand. You know, I think we were talking about putting together an Algorand video. So if you're a fan of Algorand, we do got something in the works. This is up 20% just today alone, up 25% on the week. And then taking a look at what's up on the week, I mean, XRP is up 26% on the 7 days.
You're just going to skip over XDC?
Yeah, okay. XDC up 38%.
That's an RWA play. It's in the almanac.
Yeah, man. I think RWAs is, I think with the Trump administration, I'm telling you, stablecoins and RWAs, I don't know. I'm gonna get into the research and figure out like what is the best platforms that are going to profit off of a progressive U.S. stance when it comes to RWAs and stablecoins. But I mean, Algorand, Caspa's up a lot. I mean, 14 cents. We did a video on Caspa yesterday. You know, we do have potential rumors for the Binance listing. I feel like that rumor always kind of rears its head back up every few weeks. You know, you could make a case that you know, it's plausible. You know, Binance they were talking about they were talking about the importance of block time for crypto as far as your mining rewards, which we know kind of the front runner or leader for that is Caspa. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. You think a Binance listing is coming? Put that in the chat if you think it is. So
A lot of speculation there,
yeah,
obviously.
mm-hmm.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean that's all I got at the moment. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so let's go back here. We gotta spend a little more time here.
What you got?
What do you so on the down tokens, right? And there's not a lot down, but there's a few, right? Movement's down, KuCoin's down, and then everything else is still up. Is there anyone on here that hasn't really pumped a lot?
Avalanche, man. Avalanche. I've been keeping my eye on it. I mean, Avalanche, it's still under $40. It's only up 5% on the week. It's up 7% on the day. Avalanche is just not moving right now. And I just think it's value proposition. I mean, it did move up because I saw it at $36. I've been keeping a close eye on the price movement on this. So it was about $36 yesterday. And so, no, man, I just think watch out. That and Kronos as well.
Kronos, huh?
I was thinking about putting in a big ass buy on Kronos. I think it's about time.
Hey. Well, where is it at on just Kronos up today?
I haven't seen the price action today. I was more eyeing in on Avalanche. But I mean, Kronos is down.
Where is
the week? It's up. It's number 38 on the market cap list.
Number 38?
And I mean, it's had a little bit of a rally today, but I mean, it hasn't moved this week. It's down on the month. I mean, these are the projects you want to get exposure to. If you feel like they're going to perform well this bull market, when you look at a 1 month and a 1 week chart and it's down, it might be a good idea to get exposure. And so, I mean, this is the 1 month, right? So on the 1 month, it was over 18. It was almost at 20 cents. So it was at 19 cents a month ago. Currently at 14 cents. You look at the 1 week, it's pretty much flatline. But then you look at the year and you see that this thing has a lot of potential. There's a lot of volatility. There's a lot of movement here. We did see Chronos go immediately from 7 cents above 20 cents. So in a span of a month, we saw a 3x out of Chronos. Now it's just kind of selling off and consolidating. And so for me, I mean, are we going to see this long consolidation again where it hit 16 cents and then it took 8 months before another breakout? I don't think so, because this is during that time frame that Bitcoin was trading sideways around 60K forever. And so now we see it put in a top here at 20 cents, and it's kind of just selling off, consolidating. I don't know, man. I think Chronos might be the pickup of the century right now for the top 100 projects.
For the top, I disagree. I'm gonna go here, dude. This is so undervalued. $1 billion. $1 billion for RUNE? Come on, man. Unacceptable. I actually, I wrote a thesis on this for the Patreon members, and my plan for RUNE. So if you haven't read it, go read it if you're a Patreon member. But $1 billion for this project is a disgrace. Is a freaking disgrace. We have this post here from AIXBT. AO mainnet launches on February 8th. First hyperparallel compute infrastructure for AI agents built on RUNE, backed by Arrington. Also, I'd like to note, they are leveraging the AR token from RUNE, and this project, you want to talk about tokenomics, it's got almost perfect tokenomics. 0 unlocks, 0 cliffs, 0 anything. 65 million circulating. So 3x that of Bitcoin. It's at $16. Criminally undervalued RUNE. I think this is a easy 5x. Easy, and not even in a long period of time. This thing hasn't really ran. I mean, look at the 1 month. It's down on the month. Look at the 1 year. Now up 65% on the year. And so it did get to a kind of a cycle high so far, around $46, $48. But this thing really, really undervalued. I would highly recommend you look into RUNE a little bit. You know, yeah. Can't say what I want to say, but yeah. And then I just want to share, we put this trade into our Patreon member group, a little Uniswap, kind of broke down exactly what I was planning on doing. 53% ROI, not too shabby, pretty damn good. So excited for that. And then we did close some other trades as well. But yeah, we'll be ramping up the TA coverage in our Patreon as well. With that being said, let's get into, and I'm going to close this, let's get into our AI Alpha segment. So, a lot of virtual news. So they dropped a lot of announcements today, which is partly why I believe that the project is pumping. So this is the first one, announcing an update to our value accrual mechanism to better support virtual ecosystem builders. Let me tell you one thing. One thing I got from my interview with Wiki, which is the founder of Virtual Protocol, is they're kind of like doctors who just all they do is care about their patients. Like these guys, maybe that's not a great analogy, but these guys are so in tune and so focused on making sure that people building on their platform are going to be successful. They got all the tools they need. Why is that important? There are so many different platforms now that builders can launch on. And so by Virtual Protocol, by really putting their builders first, they're really going to attract a lot of top-level talent that can go to Solana, they can go to HoloWorld, they can go to EAI, they can go to any other infrastructure layer and build. What is differentiating Virtual's protocol? And I think the team and putting them first, you're going to get so many badass projects that launch, which ultimately benefits the Virtual Protocol token and that entire ecosystem. So what they're doing is they're doing a taxes, post-bonding taxes. So they're allocating 30% to the agent creator, 20% for agent affiliates, and 50% to the agent's sub-DAO to be utilized in future governance decisions. You also have this. I think this is why a lot of coins pumped today in that ecosystem. We have accrued, let's call it 13 million virtual token from post-bonding trading revenue since October 16th. This will go to a buyback and burn of the respective agent tokens across a 30-day TWAP. For a breakdown of the full buyback amount, here it is. Number one is game. they are going to buy back and burn. What is that? 1.6 million. 1.6 million tokens. You have Convo, AIXBT, Sequoia, Misato, and I saw someone say they could have made like 25K on Misato. They still made it 2x. 2x is pretty good. And then that one, and then Vader and Saint. So this has really caused a speculation rally in that ecosystem. You have this posted by Small Cap Scientist. Which, by the way, guys, if you are not following this handle, this is a must follow if you're into AI and just researching crypto. So he did the math. 12.9 million times $3.50, $45 million. That means we're about to see $45 million worth of buy and burn pressure. AIXBT, Sequoia, and Vader that have been around for months have been silently accruing millions in fees. Let me take a look at where those projects are now. It's going to refresh this page, and we'll take a look at Game. Game up 35%. Convo up 88%. AIXBT is, wow. AIXBT is about to cross $1 billion. $1 billion. I think I talked about this when it was at 30 million market cap. So a 33x, guys, not bad. Vader up 40. I mean, just this entire ecosystem is absolutely crushing it. And then the last one was Misato. That one is something Forrest talked about on this show a while ago. That one's up pretty big as well. So that entire ecosystem doing fairly well. And then you also had this as well. Luna, the first AI agent on Virtual Protocol. They just ran a successful VR test on Apple Vision Pro. So it is now VR enabled. Oh, she's trying to tease over here. And then you also had this from Mode. James is our guest that joined us on Monday. A lot of great insights. So get full support to launch a DeFi agent on Mode in 3 weeks. Design, go to market, product, sign up below. And you're going to start seeing more of this because infrastructure layer in AI is really, really going to take off. And so what is going to separate you? I think what Virtual's doing is a great play. But yeah, that's all I got for the AI. Guys, if you want AI plays, I keep saying it, join the Patreon. Some people think it's too expensive, but let me tell you, the amount of work that goes in to making sure that you're not entering low caps that are rug pulls and leveraging resources and all the time, $50 is a steal, in my opinion. That's just what I think. I've heard one or two people say, it's a little expensive. I'm like, a Starbucks trip with a loved one is like $40. There you go. All right.
You spending $40 at Starbucks?
I got 3 kids, bro. Cake pop and a frappe and a ice cream. Not ice cream, but a sandwich. Anyways. Dude, I got Starbucks for the whole family. They're like $55. Anyways.
Why are you giving your kids coffee?
It's not coffee. It's the frappuccinos, the cream.
Well, that's just even worse, bro. There's more sugar in that than you buy them a tub of ice cream next time. Probably the same sugar content.
Tub of ice cream.
Tub of ice cream, venti frappuccino.
They get the small ones, but thank you.
Like literally like 4,000 calories in that thing. Not saying that that I'm like an anti-calorie guy. I'm just saying that for kids. I don't know, man. I'm just saying like.
Anyways,
your dentist, he got a lot of.
We have a punch card at the dentist. Actually. Pretty cool.
Pull 4 teeth, get 1 free.
Dentists give me PTSD. My God. Okay. I want you to pay attention, and I want you to really, really think about this, Robin, and think about what this means. Okay. Justin Sun unveils USDD 20% APY simply because we have plenty of money. Okay. Now remember, USDD remained depegged for how long? 2 months at 95 to 97 cents. Keep that in mind. So what they're going to do, they're going to offer 20% yield on their new USDD that is going to be subsidized by the Tron DAO. And when asked, how, Justin Sun, are you going to get this money? He said, well, there's no other reason. It's simply because we have plenty of money. Rob, I'm getting a little PTSD here. for just keep thinking about Do Kwon, and I know they're not the same, but no, I mean, what do you think?
Well, I
like
mean,
it?
it's an algorithmic stablecoin, so it basically relies on math. For those of you that weren't around last bull market, you know what? Actually, I want to take a inventory here. Where are you guys at on experience in this bull market? If you were heavily involved in crypto, and I don't mean like you just bought $100 worth of shit, but if you were heavily involved in crypto,
What's buying $100?
well, you know,
You say with a shib or shit?
Shib.
Oh, I thought I say shit.
No, you know, there's like people that we know, they bought $100 worth of shib, and they're like, if it goes well, anyway. If you were heavily involved in crypto in 2021, put a 1 in the chat. If this is your first bull market and, well, you're just kind of new to this whole thing and strap in, put a 2 in the chat. I want to know, we got over 300 live viewers. We have 339 live viewers. So let's see if we can get at least 200 people to reply. I want to know where we stand. That way I can get a little context on my explanation for what this is, right? So algorithmic stablecoin. It's basically a stablecoin where it automatically buys and sells via a mechanism. We'll just dumb it down. You buy and sell when the price of the token gets over $1, you incentivize selling, so that way the price goes down to $1. The same thing happens on the other end. The price drops down to 99 cents. You incentivize buyers, and the price is supposed to be at that stable $1. Only thing is, it doesn't work. In theory, it makes sense, but it doesn't work, or at least it hasn't historically. And Terra Luna had its historic crash, burn, fail, absolutely melted. It ended the bull market, basically, is what happened.
Literally. No, honestly,
it literally ended the bull market.
Yeah.
It also ended several companies. It ended a lot of people's reputation. It ended some people's freedom because they
People
went to
ended
jail.
in jail.
Yeah. And so when you bring up like, hey, is this concerning? And a lot of the narratives that we also saw, a lot of the reason that Terra Luna got to where it was because it was incentivizing people to use its platform by offering 20+% APY for locking up your Luna or whatever it is. Same thing that we're seeing here. So it's concerning. But the only thing is I think a lot of people got burned. They know. And I don't think it's going to be as relevant or as, the USDD. I mean, how many people are really using it? Like, let's be real.
It doesn't even have $1 billion market.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I'm at. And so
what were the ones and twos for again?
One is you were around in 2021.
Okay,
2 is you're kind of new to the game, and crypto life is interesting. So
I know a lot of people.
A lot of ones, man. And you know what? We got a lot of veterans up in here. You know what? I'm gonna shout out all my 2s here. So we got Minton here, also Soda Pop, and then we got Jose, Fly G, Tony W. And so I want everyone to give them a shout out. Their first time dabbling in the crypto in the bull market. And so proceed with caution. You're probably going to lose some money, but you're also going to make a lot of money. And so your first bull market is, I'm just going to tell you how it is. Other people will lie to you. I'm going to tell you how it is. You're going to make a lot of damn money, and then you're going to lose a lot of money at the same time. So what I would recommend is when you make a lot of money, take some profits because you're probably going to lose it all. And now, I'm sure there's exceptions, and I'm just saying it from my own personal experiences. I quickly grew a small stack of capital into 6 figures, and I was like, holy crap, that was easy. And then, I did spend some of it, but I lost most of that. That's just what you do. It's kind of the ins and outs of crypto. So to those new people here, welcome to the club. Also, we got Phil as well. French Toaster says 2. Well, French Toaster, we know you've been around. Stop it. And then Vision as well. So
freaking Frenchie. Yeah, I'm just be careful, man. Honestly, usually if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. And don't FOMO into anything. Don't feel like you have to act now. You don't. You really. Anyone that tells you have to act now it's a scam. So save yourself. And I'll tell you this. When you start getting that feeling of, oh my God, it's going to keep going up. Can it 10x again? It's time to take profit. Let's leave it at that. All right, let's talk about this real quick. Gary Gensler takes another L. U.S. judge deems SEC's order to deny Coinbase rulemaking petition arbitrary and capricious. It's the old saying that really helped XRP. So in July 2022, Coinbase filed a petition with the SEC to create a new regulatory framework for digital assets. But SEC said, nope, we're not doing it. But they said it with a single paragraph notice in December of 2023, saying that it disagreed with the idea that securities laws do not apply to the crypto industry, to which the judge said the SEC's order was arbitrary and capricious because it was conclusory and insufficiently reasoned. They're like, hey, you replied with a one sentence. That's not enough, and you're acting out of line. So, Gary, hold another L on your way out, my friend. We also have this. Jupiter, their airdrop checker was released. Please be careful, okay? The site is jupuary.jupe.ag, okay? And I will post it in the chat, but don't click and link your wallet to some BS. It's just a checker. There's no airdrop yet. They're doing it at the end of the month. But if you want to check, it was a lot smaller than it was last time around. I'll tell you that. I was kind of surprised. I actually unstaked my Jupe, and so yeah, I'll probably end up selling that when it starts to rally. But that's my plan. But if you've been in that ecosystem, you've been using Phantom Wallet or Solana or using Jupiter or staking or anything, you're probably going to get a little bit of an airdrop. It's not going to be much, definitely not as much as the first time around, but still, it's free money. And so, but the one thing I saw is they want you to create a profile, and a lot of people brought up the fact that this is just their way to KYC people. And so you're going to get a lot of pushback there. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather not. So if it's something that I do have to KYC, I'm probably not even going to claim it. That's the whole point of DeFi, right? Decentralized. I don't want no one knowing what I do on the back end. I don't want to deposit money into Coinbase and what's wrong. Cool. Yeah, you can know that. But anyways, and then last thing I want to talk about here is Cardano. Cardano investors show growing confidence extending holding times. Extending holding times surge. So what does that mean? That means people are holding for longer. Recent on-chain data highlights a sharp increase in the average holding period for ADA tokens over the last week. Analysis from Into the Block shows that this duration has surged by 78% within the review period. Rob, what are your thoughts on where Cardano is? $1.06. Do you feel the same about it at $1.06 that you did at 30 cents?
No.
With the current market?
No. Very bullish on Cardano. You know, I was telling you guys, you're not going to get at $1.06. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. You know, it was Monday. No, that was yesterday. Yeah,
yesterday was Tuesday.
It was
Yesterday
one of
was
these
Tuesday?
days.
Yesterday was Tuesday.
I
Today's
got my days of the week. So yeah, it was Monday. You know, we were talking about Cardano, and I was literally telling you guys, I'm like, hey, this is 90 cents. It's such a good spot, right? Now it isn't 30 cents, obviously, but I mean, I don't know. I was kind of beating the drum here. I'm like 90 cents now at $1.06. You know, it's not up dramatically. I mean, it's up 17%. So it probably has a little bit more room to run. I mean, it did get to $1.23. And so I think it's got a little bit more room to run. So, I mean, it depends on what your targeted returns are for Cardano. If you want to pick up Cardano here at $1.06 and then maybe look for another 10 to 15%, sure, I think it's a great time. Will it cross all-time highs and get to $1.50? I think I'd hold off on that thought, at least in the short term. I think it'll get there in about the next 90 days, though. I think it'll get way over $2.5, $3 in the next 90 days. But I mean, I think it's gonna cool down for probably another 3 weeks. It's probably gonna chill.
So you're saying have your money elsewhere, or at least if you're gonna deploy capital, deploy it elsewhere at least over the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, if you're buying something, I mean, if you're like I said, you know, Monday, I thought 90 cents was a good entry point. And so yeah, I'd probably fade picking up Cardano unless you're just kind of stacking for long term. But I don't know. I think it gets up to $2-3 in the next 90 days. But I don't think we're going to get a lot of movement in the next 2-3 weeks. That's where I stand. I'm not really
I
sure.
think I'm
how
actually with you on that one, dude. I'm actually with you. You know, people know about my buckets, and if you don't, and you're part of Patreon, I included it in my little manifesto I did. And so my buckets, Cardano, majority of it is in my third bucket. And so I don't pay attention to short-term price action. I really don't. I'll take some profits just to wait to buy the dip again and add more there. But this is a project. If you want something, you want the fast moving, I want a 2, 3, 4, 5x in a short period of time, Cardano ain't it. You're going to find those in the sectors that we're putting plays in on. If you want something long-term, you're like, look, I got 20K. I'm 30 years old. I don't even want to look at this thing for another 10 years. Cardano's a great place to put it. Not financial advice, of course. That'll do it for the show today. Want to say thank you. Also, big shout out to Nathan Lowmaster. He joined Patreon while we were live on the show today. So shout out to you.
And also a big shout out. We got a lot of new faces here. So just give some love to the chat. We got Robert C, Freedom Soda Pop, Crypto Chef Avery, Luis A, Simon D, Jonathan, Phil M, Sot Doc, Frankenstein, Zach, Tricks for Kids, Keith, Lord help me, Pay the Price, Boss T, Jeff Hanks, Nice Face, JL, Joshua C, and Chase. To all of you, hola! Welcome.
Did you get the Rumble people? I didn't.
And we got what up, Rumble? It's hard to see these Rumble names over here from
Jola.
Oh, and we got
my boy Jola over here. What's up, dog?
Oh man, what's going on? So.
Anyways, yeah, we're probably gonna get I try to convince Rob to put a graphic back there of cockroaches running around. But
I told you I'm not putting cockroaches on the screen behind.
Yeah. I tried, guys. Sorry. Anyways, that'll do it for the show today. Rocco. That was good, bro. That was really good. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you're having fun. Continue to watch our show. We will come back here tomorrow, same place, same time. We love you guys. Until then.
Sin City, crypto. Everybody know we here for entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin that's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.